Hey guys, welcome back to our Budget Boho Makeover series. Today we are working on our 5th and final makeover, which is going to be my sister's master bedroom. This is the room that she has been most excited about, and I feel like it's also been the room that I've been most excited about because we are doing like a full overhaul in the space. We are painting every wall, we are adding all new furniture. The only thing that's going to be remaining is their TV and their mattress, so everything else is getting a refresh. We are decorating and putting function into this room from top to bottom. So we do have a lot to get done. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I wanna hear you say that you only want me. When the lights are out and you stumble in the dark, kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost. Okay, so before we can do anything in the room, we have to take everything out because, like I said, we are going to be painting the walls and then we'll start building furniture. So we're gonna start clearing this baby out. Everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you. Don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me to get you. Don't forget to get you. Don't forget. So just like I've done throughout the entire rest of the series, I am going to continue sharing several budget-friendly tips for whenever you are making over a space, whether you are doing a full makeover like we're doing here, or if you're just kind of refreshing a space or adding a little something to a certain area of your home. I'm going to share some tips that I've learned along the way that will help you stay more in budget. I also wanted to let you know there is going to be a giveaway in this video, just like there's been throughout the rest of the series. But if this is one of the first videos of the series you're watching, I am going to have a $200 giveaway going on that I'll share a little bit more about in just a minute. But to start out, we are just taking everything out of the room, all of the furniture, all of the things, and we are going to start with a totally clean slate. And we're doing that because, one, we really aren't keeping a lot from this space just because it was a pretty blank slate for us to start out anyway. And then we also are going to be painting every single wall, and so that will make it a lot easier not having all of the furniture kind of in our way when we're trying to paint. Just call on me to get you. Just call on me to get you. Alright, we have everything completely taken out of here. Kyle is going to repair a few of like the screw holes in the wall, and then he's going to take out their blinds and all of like the outlet covers and everything, and then we're going to start painting. Our plan is to paint all of the walls in here pale oak, which is actually the same color that we have in our home. My sister really likes the colors that we chose for our house, so we're using the same colors, but just in different ways. So they just have like a basic white on all of their walls in the house, and she said they've wanted to paint, but they just haven't really gotten around to it. And so we are going to be painting in this room pale oak, except this background wall, which is where their bed goes. We are going to paint that evergreen fog, which is like a sage green kind of. Anyway, it's so pretty. We also have that color in our house, but it's going to add a lot of depth. It's going to put the focus back onto the bed area, and also it's going to still be a light color because they only have this one window, which actually does provide a lot of light, but I just want to make sure that we don't make this space dark. So that's kind of the plan. Kyle's gonna get going on all that stuff, and while he's starting on that, I'm just gonna start like cutting in like against the ceiling and the floorboards and everything. This is the patch and paint spackling tool. Kyle uses this all the time, and it's just super convenient because it already has that flat tip on the end. I will have this link down below along with anything else that we use in today's video. So I've said this before, but painting is the most budget-friendly way to get the absolute biggest impact in basically any room. You can paint walls, accent walls, cabinets, furniture, decor pieces. Just by adding a coat of paint on something, you can completely change the way it looks and the different styles of it. It's just such an impactful thing. So whenever you're looking at a space, especially if you're on a lower budget, definitely do not overlook painting. It will completely transform your space. And you guys will see that today as we go throughout today's video. Imagine this room without painting it. It would be a completely different space. I almost forgot to change my shirt, so I'm gonna go swap my shirt to my pink shirt and then we'll come back. Now, before we get too far into the video, I did want to talk about the series giveaway. We are going to be giving back to one of you guys $200 cash. And as usual, we want to keep this very, very simple to enter. So all you have to do is make sure you are subscribed to our channel and then go ahead and leave a comment on this video and the other 4 videos in the series. I will have them linked all down below. That way it'll make it really easy for you. Also, I will have all the information written out in the description box. So definitely check that out and good luck. So we have been working for a couple of hours already and we have the outline of the room painted. The good thing is cutting in takes the most time. Rolling it isn't gonna take as much time. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm about to roll the 3 main walls and then we'll start cutting in and rolling the accent wall. But we're making progress.
Red carpet for you. Let me hold your back. I'll carry your shoes. I think I've lost it. What do I? Every time you call my name. What do I? You're whipping me into madness.
So we knew that their walls were like a flat white, but we didn't realize until earlier today when we were like walking around that they are just like the walls that we had in our Georgia house. That was like a new construction home and they just used like the cheapest, like almost like chalk textured paint. Like once you get scuffs and stuff on it, like you can't even wipe it off or you'll start wiping away the paint. Like it's so terrible. And the thing about it is soaking up the paint. So I used like probably a quarter of a gallon and I was barely able to cover just that one section. So we're definitely gonna need, I think, another gallon. We're gonna go ahead actually and grab lunch because it's about lunchtime. We will also pick up some paint and then we'll come back and get back to work. We got the paint, so now I can definitely tell we are going to need another coat. So we did get Benjamin Moore Regal Select. We just get it from Ace Hardware. This paint is like super thick and it just goes on really nice and smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead, re-roll this wall, or I'll probably start like rolling these walls and hopefully that's all we gotta do. And then we can move on to the green.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time.
as you can see, the pale oak color added so much warmth to the walls, and it also really makes that white trim pop because before it definitely just faded in and it didn't really give you that wow factor. As you can see, this is totally changing the vibe of the room, and this is all being done before we're even adding the furniture, adding the texture, adding decorative touches. Seriously, paint is like my best friend whenever we do makeovers. It just makes such a huge difference. Let me know in the comments if this was your room, would you choose a subtle color like pale oak or would you choose something a little bit more bold? If you are someone who doesn't love like the peaceful, calm, relaxing rooms and you want something a little bit more bold, you should definitely go check out episode 2. That room, we went way more bold. It's still very peaceful, but done in like a more intense way. Let me know in the comments once you're done watching this video, which of the 2 rooms ended up being your favorite style. Okay, here is a good shot of the new paint color. You can see how it like compares to the white wall. This one's not gonna be white for long, that's next. But Kyle is building the dresser. It is an IKEA dresser, but we're gonna kind of change it up and you'll see like how we kind of easily customize it and really make the look a bit different. And he's also been really busy out here. He has the desk for my sister built. He also has the side tables built. And we do have a few other furniture pieces to build, but we're gonna build them in the room once we're all done painting. I love the look of the warm tan walls surrounding the entire room, and I feel like it almost leads your eye to the warmth of the sage green color that we picked for the back wall. This one, like I said, is Evergreen Fog, and this is actually the same color that we have in our house here in Arizona as well. And we just love this color. I feel like it's so warm and it's also super neutral. One thing that I did want to mention that I've also shared in the past, but if this is one of the first videos that you're seeing, you might not have heard me chat about this. But if you are interested in adding color into your home, but you tend to lean more neutral and you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed about not making things be so bright and in your face, go ahead and pick the color that you are really drawn to, whether that's green or blue or whatever, and then just go ahead and find a neutral tone of that color. This is the perfect example of that. Obviously, if we picked like a bright green wall, this would not be very peaceful and relaxing. It would be a lot more intense, but instead we chose a really toned down neutral green, and that really helps keep that neutral feel throughout your home while you're still adding color in and not making it be so gray or tan.
We collide, we break down, caving in to our doubts, faces filled with sadness, when words are said.
I went ahead and changed out of my paint clothes just a little bit ago because we are done painting. I love, love, love how it's turning out in here. It's still really bright, but you do have this one wall that kind of pulls your interest. Kyle also has the dresser all built, and we are down to the part of adding on the knobs. And I wanted to show you guys this because we did get our dresser from IKEA. We get a lot of our dressers from IKEA, I feel, because they are really good quality. They're also very affordable, and they also are like very very simple, which can be a bad thing, but it can also be a really good thing, because instead of buying a dresser that is like really particular to a certain style, whenever you change your style or you move it to a new space, you're really stuck in that style. This way it's like a blank slate and you can really customize it how you want. You can paint it, you can add different things on the outside. There's tons of YouTube videos to show that. But the thing that I'm actually going to do is just change up the knobs. So it really is going to cost like barely anything. It's also not like really in depth on what we're doing, but I'm also going to be changing up the knobs on the side tables, and it's going to make a more cohesive look, and it's also going to make the dresser look a lot more custom and a lot more high-end than just using the regular knobs that it comes with.
I can see the fire that we made just to save us when we try to make up for never letting go. Said the things we promised not to say, then we break up just to start all over, even though we know this is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better. We can't be heartache together. This is the hard way to better.
Next up, I'm going to be doing something a bit different, but give it a chance. I am going to be putting a rug on the carpet. I know this is typically not what you see. Usually you just see rugs going over hardwood floors, but if it's done correctly, adding a rug to carpet can actually add so much texture and interest. It also grounds the room, and it just makes the whole space even more beautiful. So this is an 8x10 rug, and they have a king bed. I just wanted to share that so you can kind of get the sizing reference. But I love that this rug draws your eye over to the bed area even more. And my personal opinion, if you are going to be adding a rug to carpet, make sure to have a lot of texture. I feel like that is really what makes the space. And I would love to hear, let me know in the comments, would you ever add a rug over carpet, or is that like way too weird to you? For my sister's room, I ended up going with an upholstered headboard with clean lines, and I really loved this one as soon as I saw it. Whenever we were starting out with this makeover process, I actually asked her what her ideal style was for her home, and she was honestly pretty open to different ideas, but I had her go onto Pinterest, send me a few pictures of things that she liked, and then had her tell me what exactly she liked about each room. And one of the things we realized is she is not a fan of upholstered headboards. However, I found this one, and this is not like any other upholstered headboard I've seen, and it was also on a really good deal over on Amazon, so I ended up sending her a picture of this one to see what she thought of it, and she loved it so much as well. I think she typically doesn't like the upholstered look because of the grommets, but as you can see, this one didn't have any of that, and I love that it had like a linen look, so it added a bit of texture to the room, and the color was also just beautiful. So even if you really don't like something, definitely don't just toss it out, because a lot of times you can find different styles of something and it can end up being a piece that you absolutely love. Alright guys, it is a new day. We did get a lot done in here. Like I would say probably 80% done. Even though it's still like somewhat of a blank space, we still have a lot to add in, but a lot of like the time consuming heavy work is done. Most of the furniture is built. Obviously the walls are done. I love this color. Like you can see it pop against the white now. That color is so dreamy. The evergreen fog, one of our favorites for sure. I'm just loving how it's turning out so far. So the first thing that we're gonna do is go ahead and get the blinds back up on the window, and then we are going to be adding curtains into their bedroom. And of course we are doing our DIY curtain rod. We've shared this in so many videos. It works super well, and it's also really affordable, and we also found a way to do it even cheaper, so we're going to share that with you guys today. But I want to go ahead and get that rod cut and painted so that it can dry really well, and then we'll move back in here and get all the other stuff worked on.
Would you call me on my sins? You think that you're under my skin. I just wanna wake up
So here we are starting to work on our DIY curtain rods. All we do is get a pipe. I've found recently that if you go to Home Depot and get the EMT conduit pipes, we got 3/4 inch. That was significantly cheaper than if you were to get like steel pipes. So that's what I would definitely recommend. But all we're doing is cutting it down to size. We typically like to go 10 inches longer on each side of the window. And then once Kyle cut that down to size, he's just sanding it down and spray painting it a matte black. And then we're just gonna let that dry for a bit.
Wanna speak so loud even though I hide. Like I'm hypnotized, can't get out of here. You don't know me, I just need my time. Yeah. But they say I don't know where you come from.
I'm just kidding. That would be awesome though.
We are having a little bit of a hard time like getting the rug to lay down right here. So we're just gonna keep putting the tools on it, not actually stapling it into the ground. Oh my goodness, that would be funny though.
But they say I don't know where you come from. I don't. You seem too nice to be alone. So lonely. I see you going through some things and I just wanna help. I don't know how to make it clearer. I just wanna go.
So every time we do one of these makeovers, one of the first things I do is ask whoever's space we're making over if there's any function that is really missing from a room. And I also ask if there's any wants or desires in a space, just so that when I am creating a space, it really is going to be a reflection of them and a reflection of what they are wanting. In the end, this is not my space. This is going to be for my sister. So I definitely don't want it to be what I want. I want it to be what she desires. Anyway, all that to say, one of the things that she wanted was some seating in this room, and she really loved the look of bed benches. So I ended up adding in this beautiful wood and metal bed bench. I love the colors. I love the contrast of the different materials, and I just felt like it would look so beautiful with their fabric bed frame. And then I also wanted to bring in a desk because my sister is going to nursing school this fall, and she definitely needs a space to study.
Wanna be tucked in someone else's arms. 'Cause my heart just broke and I need my time. Wanna speak so
You're such a dork.
Yeah, I'm following the rules. Watch how I cut the whole chair.
I know,
I'd be
like, oh, that would be
no.
so funny, and then it's like a huge rip in the chair.
wanna speak so loud even though I hide. Like I'm hypnotized, can't get out of here. You don't know me, I just need my time.
Okay, now we have all of the furniture pieces built. We have the bed done, the side tables, the bed bench. We also have her writing desk and chair, and of course the dresser. Most of the function has been added, but now we are going to be adding the details. So we're going to be adding things like bedding. We're going to be putting the curtains up. I have this shelf right here that's going to add a little interest on this wall. And then we have things like plants. I also have these lamps. If you guys have been here for a long time, you probably recognize them. They are the same ones that we had in our Utah home, and for a long time in our home here in Arizona. We recently switched them out, but my sister really liked them and we already had them. But I did get new lampshades just to go with a different style that she has in here. And then I'm also going to be adding these mirrors. Adding mirrors above side tables is an amazing thing to do. It adds a lot of light because it's going to bounce that light around, and it also almost mimics like a window on each side of the bed. So we're gonna go ahead and do that shortly. Let's just start kind of tackling the projects.
So I found these really cool little markers on Amazon. And it's the first time we've used them, but on a mirror like this where it's really hard to see the mounting point when you stick it up on the wall, I thought these are pretty nifty. So you just stick it in like that, let it go, tighten it down. And then once it's tight, it's not going to move from there. You pull off this little cap, and then there's an ink X inside of there, which you can see. And once you get it up where you want it on the wall, you just push, and it sticks out and makes a little X on the wall.
It basically replaces toothpaste.
Yeah, it's a fancy way to do toothpaste. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yep.
That's exactly what it is.
To hang these mirrors, we are using monkey hooks. And I have to admit, Kyle's new way of hanging things and marking the wall just worked so well. If you guys are OG subscribers, you know I love my little toothpaste hack where you dab a little bit of toothpaste on the back of your item, stick it to the wall, and it leaves a little glob of toothpaste, and it just works. It might not be the most clean way to do this, but it really works so well. Kyle, on the other hand, is not such a fan of this, so he has been trying over the years to find a new way to do this, and I think this one actually is good enough to probably replace our toothpaste hack. So I'm sure you guys will be seeing this one a little bit more often. Now that it's time to hang up the curtains, the only thing we have left to do, since we already worked on the pipe, is to go ahead and cut the leather straps. So I just get these 2-inch leather straps from Amazon, and then we cut them down to size depending on how low we want the curtain rod to hang. And then next you're going to want to take a wood screw, drill it right through both pieces so that you kind of create a loop, and then just measure and put them up right up against the ceiling. Anytime you add curtains to your home, I always recommend going floor to ceiling. It's going to make a huge difference. It's going to make your room feel so much taller. And then I also recommend making sure that the curtain rod extends past the actual window. And that's a little trick that makes your window appear larger than it is, and it ends up making your wall feel bigger and the room feel brighter as well. I just have to pause and say, oh my gosh, this is just turning out so stunning and peaceful in here. We still have just a little bit more to go. It's just beautiful. It's like a totally new space. It's not even the same bedroom. It's incredible.
I'm the best thing that has ever happened to you. Here's your time to shine. Now show me what you can do. Make a move.
Finally, it's time to add the bedding. So I'm just using this beautiful white textured duvet cover. I love using duvet covers. We have them in multiple beds in our home, and I feel like there's a lot of reasons to love them, but one of the reasons I love them is they're actually more budget friendly to change out instead of having to replace your entire comforter. So over the years, I've read in the comments from you guys that a lot of other countries, it's actually more common to have duvet covers than anything else. So I would love to hear, let me know in the comments if you do or don't use a duvet cover, and also what country you live in. Also, one more thing that I did want to mention is if you do use a duvet cover, I do have a little tip for this for putting it on the insert, and that is to actually flip your duvet cover inside out and then lay your comforter insert over top. Then go ahead and tie or secure the corners, and then you just flip it all right side out, and it's so easy to do it this way. So if you have been struggling with the duvet cover, hopefully this will help.
I don't really need new friends, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone who can play though, wanna hang with me. I'm not really looking for a friend, so spend your time with me. Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want.
In this room specifically, we did use a lot of new furniture pieces just because like they didn't have a bed frame, they didn't have matching side tables or a dresser that worked really well. But a lot of times you are able to keep your existing furniture and just make little changes like we did in the living room by painting the couch legs, and you can totally tie things together. But this is even more easy to do with your decor. It's super easy to reuse the decor that you have and just move it into a different space. It gives it all new life, and you can also paint your existing decor or DIY your own decor. For example, this textured art piece, I actually made this on a canvas with spackle. It took me less than 5 minutes, and it adds a lot of texture and interest, and it costs me basically nothing.
Looking for someone not afraid to give it all to me. Get next to me, get next to me. All that I want is to get next to you, get next to you. Not asking for much, but it feels like the two of us are golden or gold. You see, we'll do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get close, oh babe. We'll do you good, 'cause I am golden, I'm golden. You're not really looking for a friend, so at the top for me. Never thought that loving would be easy, but it's all.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot tell you how much I love love, love, love this room. It is so beautiful. It's so peaceful and calming. I wish you guys could just be in the space and actually feel how it feels to be in here. It's so, so relaxing. I love all the warm colors we added in. I love the accent wall. I love the simplicity of everything. Those beautiful mirrors that we added above the nightstands really bounce light around, and it ends up brightening the space and acting like there's windows over there. I feel like that textured rug we added in really added so much more than I was even hoping to this space. And it just grounds the bed area and really brings your eye over there. The headboard is so simple yet so stunning. I love the added function of the bed bench, and I love that the wood from that is also tying in with the desk and shelf, and then also the drawer pulls, which are just another way that we were able to stretch our dollar by getting kind of a basic dresser and really styling that up with those beautiful, more custom looking drawer pulls. There are so many things in this room. I honestly don't even think I could pick my absolute favorite, but I just love how this one came together. You guys will have to let me know, now that you guys have hopefully watched all 5 episodes, which one ends up being your absolute favorite. As always, thank you so much for choosing to spend some time with me today. I hope you guys have the most incredible day, and I cannot wait to see you guys right back here next Monday for a brand new video. Bye guys.
What do you good, 'cause I am golden, I'm golden. Feels like the two of us are golden, I'm golden. You see, what do you good, so take a chance on me. It's magical when you are close, so get closer, babe. What do you good, 'cause I am golden.
Remember before, right?
Yes. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You like it?
This is like so crazy.
It doesn't even seem like the same.
It doesn't. It looks like a model bedroom. Oh my gosh.
Welcome home.
I love this. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
You probably
amazing.
shake those a little bit up. Or a little down, I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my
Doesn't it look
god.
awesome?
Yeah.
This is so nice.
I've been so excited for you guys to see
This
this.
like literally like looks like seriously a new home. Like this doesn't look like this room was
Look at
here.
this.
Crazy.
No, it does not feel the same at all.
Wow.
Do you like your bricks?
Gosh. This is cool that it's a swivel.
Yeah.
Like it stays still on the bottom. But like, yes, I'm here.
I literally said that. I was like,
That's exactly what you did.
Oh my gosh. This is
So nice.
so nice.